you are here in the greenhouse, which I had an idea because I was thinking about, and if you see my other video, I was thinking about having a tent, stuff like that, and I thought, well, actually, over here, out of shot, which you'll see a bit later, is a load of trees, everything from plum tree to, I think there's an apple tree there possibly, a load of scrubland and stuff like that as well. And that's where a lot of the little birds, so wrens, robins, sparrows, goldfinches, all that sort of stuff, I've managed to get shots of them over the time. And I thought the end window got smashed on the greenhouse. So basically I've got this bit of plastic that I can open and close. So I've left it taped on one side, and I'm actually going to make a little bracket up so I can actually hook it shut so it doesn't fall off. Got a tub of birdseed for now, just got it delivered so I can set it up, but I will get some more from down the road. There's a shop there that sells them. But the birds and everything, I put the feeder there, and actually quite a good spot to shoot from. What I have got, for a lot less money than buying a tent and everything like that, this is going to be, even in the winter, it should be once you get a sunny day, a greenhouse is quite pleasant. With the door open and everything, you are going to get a bit of fresh air, and I've got this door open at the end as well. But I've got some camo netting, and it was 10 quid, and it should be 2 pieces. Nope, it's one. There's a 2. Can't tell. There's one. It's quite big. So I'm going to have to hang it up inside, up the top here, and what it will do is give me a bit of cover, and then I can literally untangle it from myself, make a hole big enough for the lens to go through, which I think, to be fair, it isn't far off from being right. So I'm just going to get a little step stool and hang some up like so, yeah, we can disappear into camouflage world. There we go. So, nice and easy, not too bad. Got this metal thing here which I think I'm going to get rid of, because that means I can put a tripod up and then have the camera sat on a tripod, a bit more space looking through. Because I've got a bit of glass down the bottom here, I don't think it's really going to be an issue, because they generally see your head, face, eyes as the threat, not your feet. So we shall see. I can block it a bit, which I might do in a minute. We've got some more of this rubber matting here just to build a little bit of a wall so they're less likely to see, but then there's reflections on glass anyway, so they probably won't even notice it too much. Yeah, so anyway, let's have a little sort out and then tape it up. That's the view out anyway. So tree here, also got trees and bushes here that I could shoot to, depending on where I'm going to stick the feeder. Old chicken run type, that's not chicken, I think it's a rabbit run, thing that animals perch on as well. So I think I'm going to do this one here, hang a feeder off that one there as well. There we go. So yeah, they are pretty active. If not, I might stick a post in the ground just here somewhere with the feeder on it, or a couple of feeders on it, and they'll land on the branches nearby anyway. But having them in bushes and trees like this, you're less likely to get starlings so much, and the bigger birds as well. So you know, but we did see last year, or actually earlier this year, woodpeckers and stuff appearing as well. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to carry on and see where it goes. Right, that's going to work quite well, as you can see. We can shoot through. I'm going to have to probably cut one little bit, and just to allow a big lens to go through there a little bit. Downside is light. So I'm in a greenhouse, so somehow I need to see how it goes, because generally, if they can't see your face, they're not too bad. And it's not certain wildlife I think you can get away with. If not, I'm going to have to put some coverings on the inside just to block out some light. But we shall see. For the moment, it's going to work, and we'll try it out and see what happens. Right, food-wise, I have a supreme mix to try out. But like I say, down the road for me, there is a big shop that's got loads of different stuff. So this attracts robins, blackbirds, tits, finches, sparrows, thrushes, and siskins, whatever a siskin is. So, and probably mice and rats. I'll just throw them everywhere. So yeah, I need little pots that hasn't got holes in it. I'll have to get something, but for now it's just going to be fill it up by hand. No, I need something. I'm going to use flower pots have holes in, so that's no good. I'll just have to get a little cup or something at some point. No, this ain't going to work, is it? No scoops in here. Why no scoops? That may work. That is a... Oh, hang on. Ooh, hang on. Oh, that's been that old, it's exploded. So, okay, that's... We won't try that lid, because that's completely exploded into nothing. Well, yeah, that sucks. Let's try this one here. Oh no, that's exactly the same. It's got holes in it as well. Sun damage, eh? Yeah, you can see the trouble I'm having. I can't get that many in there very easily. So I'll be right back. So Tommy has joined us for a moment. I'm not sure how long he'll stay. Anyway, Tupperware, which is cool. Are you off? Yeah, you coming? Okay. So yes, Tupperware it is. So easy now to scoop and pour. That's a lot easier. And to be fair, even though buying this online from Amazon is a little bit more expensive, you get a plastic tub, so when I go down the road I can buy enough and just top the plastic tub up, which is less likely to, oh shit, keep that upside down, less likely to get knackered. Where's he gone? Anyway, right, let's go outside and see. Oh, Tom. What we're going to choose. I've got one hanging up already, but nothing in it, so I need to get some peanuts. But something like that is going to be ideal. Or do I go a little bit further afield and hang it off on these trees here? But we shall see, have a little play. I may even get a post in the ground and do whatever, but for now we shall hang her up and see what it attracts over the next few days, because it'll take not that long. Oh, that's a swallow. Swallows are still about, as you can hear, going in and out the stables. So anyway, let's go and see what we can do with this. You know when people see a panther on the internet and they say, "Oh, we've seen a panther in a field. It's killing wild stock." It was Tommy, wasn't it? It was you. Yeah. Anyway, there's the greenhouse set up at the moment. We shall see how it works. It may be crap, but the birds are pretty sort of tame-ish. You can get relatively close to them anyway, and if you sit still, it's going to be easy. Plus, I can sit in the warm in the winter, and no, don't knock that over. See how it goes. Here's Thomas. What are you doing? Throwing away. Okay. Right, I'm going to hang this up, so I'll be right back. What are you doing? Meow. What are you doing? Those paws. Ooh, the claws are out. The claws are out. You silly. Gotcha. Gotcha. Tomcat. Yeah, just chilling. That tail means business though, doesn't it? Oh, we're going to have a little clean now. Yeah, cool. I'm a cat and I clean. I clean everywhere with my tongue and my paws. Anyway, back to the birds. Even though he's cute, look at them. Ow. What was that about? Oh, don't look into the camera now, do we? Don't want to look into the camera now. Got your tail. Got your tail. Bye bye. Right, zip ties it is. Right, I have some zip ties because they're going to hold it up a bit better and allows me a bit more scope. What are you doing now? You're in proper playful mood, aren't you? Eh? Zip tie fun. Zip ties, zip ties. Tommy catch zip ties. Go on, chew it, chew it. You've got one on. I need one. I'm not going to do the end because here we go. Anyway, Tommy approves of the zip tie or cable tie situation. So it allows me to now, because this one, you can just pop that off and we can relocate it. So it means now I can actually put a zip tie maybe up here, up there, Aussie bike, and then hang it off a loop down, and the birds will probably land on that branch there, maybe into that branch into the distance. We shall see. Anyway, we shall do this and then go and get a camera, get a tripod and just sit out here and see how long it takes, because at the moment they're kind of hidden behind the leaves there, but we can get it onto that bare branch there, they should appear. Then with this one we'll fill it up with some peanuts tomorrow and go from there. I've also got, I just found in the greenhouse a fat ball kind of hanging thing. Well, I think that's what it was, but that's what it's going to be. So we'll sort that out later and get that on the go. We've already got a bird that's just appeared, in fact two. So I'm going to get this done quick and then stand back and set a camera up and see how we go on it, because the sun has now appeared again, which is nice. So the view is looking lovely. Swallows are still about. So let's go. Meow. What are we doing? Meow. You're funny. What are we doing? Tom-toms. Right, so we have the net, bit of a shield anyway, and a load of boxes and bottles and things like that, and old hanging baskets stacked up and stuff like that, so it's a bit of a shield. The view out to the birds is quite nice. Tripod is here. It's an old one I've got laying around, which is quite a beefy one to be fair. 200 to 600 on the A1 for the moment, but what might be more ideal is the A6700. One thing I do like about this tripod is you can slacken it off enough so you've got movement for filming and things. And it allows you to move it around like so, but actually lock it off enough that it will stay there, kind of thing. So ideally I need to go further forward and push the camera through a hole, which I think we're going to do by ripping. Actually no, it's actually really strong stuff, so I'm going to get a pair of scissors just so we can get the lens through. But to be fair, at the moment, and actually I've got a really nice, I'm full framing the bird feeder, so that is good. Just need to give myself a little bit of space to shoot through, and then I can move left and right with it, because there's a bit of movement on this because it's quite stretchy as well. So yeah, there we go. I can hear birdies, but it could just be the swallows, I think, at the moment. But anyway, so it's not looking too bad. In fact, I've got my car keys on me, which has a little knife on it. Don't carry knives with your kids, but I think this one's slightly legal because it's not even a knife. It's a tiny little Swiss Army knife with a 1 inch blade. So we want to go sort of something like that. Oh, it's sharp actually. I just stabbed myself. Oh, I can hear different birdies. How many do I need to open to get that? And it's through. Probably only 2 little bits, to be fair. Let's do those 2. This stuff's so cheap. It's like 10 quid for 2 meters by 1.5. I thought it was 2 pieces, but it's not. It's 1.5 meters times 2 meters. So there we go. Anyway, we can aim forward a bit, bring the lens out now, and a bit more. In fact, we could go right up to there, and it's not going anywhere at all now. And there we go. We can actually see we have a sort of usable space. I've got 2 chairs in here, so I can sit and chill. I have my screen aimed down, which is about the only use for that flippy screen on the A1 anyway. Looking down so I can keep an eye on stuff. And there we go. So cheapest hide possible. Use an old greenhouse that you have, if you have a greenhouse. So what's quite nice is you can just sit in here and chill, and just, I can see the bird feeder there. I've lost my words then. The bird feeder there. I mean, I can just sit in here. It's a little bit of fresh air rolling through, and if the camera's turned on, I'll be able to see the screen. And depending on where it's set up, but personally I'll be stood looking at it and photographing or filming anyway. But it'd be nice to see different types of birds. At the end of the day, it's an easy, cheap hide. We're lucky where this is near some trees and bushes and stuff, so there is going to be wildlife coming. Only seems to be swallows buzzing around at the moment, and the buzzard, which buzzed off. So yeah, anyway, I'll get some more feeders up ready. The next day or so they should discover it's there, and hopefully it'll start getting a bit busy with a few different animals. Quite good thing is you'll get a little bit of that's south facing, that's north, so you'll get a little bit of sunlight coming through in the morning onto this side, and then the afternoon, as it is now, the light's beaming from the west in. So, and until maybe this oak tree behind me, once it sheds its leaves, you'll get a little bit more light, but at the moment the sun's still relatively high, so depending on how often I come out here and do whatever. Planes are really loud today. But you can just sit in here and chill. bit peace and quiet. Don't know, apart from the noisy plane that's going over. That's really loud. But yeah, just sit and chill and see what interesting bird shots I can get. It's always quite nice if they interact and relax when humans aren't about, so they can sort of, you know, they're a bit less jumpy. But once they realise that's there, it should be quite nice to get some shots of them on some of the branches and stuff there, and hopefully be quite good. I'm almost tempted to make a little rig up, which would be 2 posts, and then just a really nice log on it, like a branch, and then you can drill a few holes in the top so you can't see it, and actually fill it with food, and the birds actually land on it, and you can actually get quite a nice shot. So it's something I might do here. Yeah, it's a bit set up, but the type of animals you get in there, and obviously you're controlling the situation a little bit, so it's quite nice to be able to capture different birds on there as well. So I tried it on the fence line, because we've got some of the fence posts there a bit rot inside. You fill it with food, and they quite like that, but I couldn't get that close to them sadly because I'm right in the open, so that's where a proper hide would come into play. But I think it's £10 well spent. Like I say, we're lucky we've got a broken window, which I just put a bit of like corrugated plastic in there to make a little doorway. Because don't really use it's just an old greenhouse in there. It's not really used. So, but like I say, Tommy sits on his bed in here and sleeps in the sun. And it gets to like 40 odd degrees in here. So obviously, the summertime is not ideal, but as we get into autumn, winter, spring, I can sit out here, even if it's windy, to a degree. I'll be able to have a bit of shelter and sit in here and capture them through the year, you know, and see how it goes. Like I say, I might stick a post in or something and see how we go with that. But again, it's just a bit of experimentation. I thought for £10, it's worth a go, and you know, it's all right. So there we go. Yeah, and again, it's just a nice place to come and sit and just chill, you know, get away from life as it is, and something like photographing birds is quite relaxing, I think, and a bit of a challenge as well, you know, because you don't know when they're going to turn up. You don't know. Oh, hang on. Goldfinches. See if we capture anything. It's quite windy though. Oh, we've got something on there. It's a good little test, because they're all talking to each other. They're saying, look, there's food delivery. Just see a bird on there. Yep, 2 goldfinches. I think they're goldfinches. They've got the yellow on them. Oh, and yep, it did not take long. That's been there maybe half an hour. And I'm chatting away. I've got a blue tit on there. So I'll back out a bit because this is not going to be for shots, but the fact is I'm filming it. He's having a little feed. What else have we got around? Here comes some more. Here goes the light. This job, it's quite a windy day today. At least no, you can't see me. Oh, that's cool. That seems to work quite well. It's quite dull in here at the moment though, because the sun's gone in. So we've got, I don't know where the goldfinches went. They sort of flew in, landed over there on the thing, which would make quite cool shots. Birdie there coming in. So they'll fly back to a bigger branch out of the way, and sort of chill for a bit and then come back into where the food is. But I can't see where he is now. But yeah, I'm pleased. So that's worked very well, and the fact is, he's back again. Looks like there was two of them. Yeah, it's quite windy. The thing's getting blown around quite a lot at the moment. Right, so I think it's something, I'm going to try and get some photos in a minute, but at the moment it's not the best light. The sun is being hugely diffused today, which is nicer for the shots because it's nicely diffused, but it's not very bright. So at the moment I say 320 f8 and 200th of a second, but these little birds, you really, unless they're stationary, they move so quickly. They go from naught to flat out in less than half a second, so they're very, very quick, especially the little blue tits and everything like that. They're super quick. So yeah, you need a high shutter speed. But there you go, that was the first kind of little look. So we've had four birds already, so 2 blue tits and 2 goldfinches. There we go. So, oh, something back, blue tit again. Where's he again? That was 2. They're back again. So that's nice. I'm really pleased about that. That's, you know, unless I know they're only blue tits and nothing spectacular and nothing super rare, but end of the day, it's a cool little bird. They always look quite cool, don't they? And the colours on them are lovely. But hopefully we can get some woodpeckers and all the other different types. The robin will appear, I'm sure, as well. So there we go. I may set the tripod up slightly differently. Might spread the legs across to there and here, and then just drop one leg down, so a bit better on the old thing. Or I may take the head off and put a clamp on the actual window on the window bit as well, so I can actually just have it on the actual window frame. But we shall see. There we go. So I'm pleased. That's a cool little thing. I'm sat in here talking. They're not bothered. I can see through this camo net as well, which is really nice, so I can see clearly what's going on while I'm just sat here. So I'm down quite low at the moment, but if I stand up, I wonder, next time one comes back, I'll stand up and see what happens if they see movement. Well, we have some peanuts as well now, so I've got some peanuts. Next door neighbour has a big load of bird feeders, and they basically have loads, and she just popped round and I said, oh, I need to go and get some peanuts. She said, oh, I've got some spare peanuts. So lovely neighbours. There we go. So I've got now the first feeder over there, and over to the right hand side, which is actually roughly the same distance, is the peanut feeder as well. So I'm going to go and get some more peanuts tomorrow, and I'll get a different selection of thing. Plus I've got this, which I don't really know what it was, but it kind of looks like it should hold fat balls. So I'm going to get some fat balls and put them in there. Nice and relaxing, even though the light's gone shit now. But yeah. But anyway, I'm ready to go. We can get some shots, but I can't actually. I've obviously filmed the birds a little bit that appeared, and yeah, while I was talking to my neighbour, a few birds came back anyway, so we were stood relatively close, and they came in and had a quick look, and then flew away again. But they'll come back. So yeah, might even get another one just to bring a few different flavours around, and yeah, see what they go for really. But I tell you what's really nice is just being inside, out of the wind, and slightly hidden. So yeah, there we go. Likewise, I should be okay, I reckon. It's more the fact of they can't naturally pick out your features, I think. And sat there, pretty cool. So yeah, see that you get one of those little pop-up hides, and they're great. But I thought for £10, it's worth a go, and a little bit of time, bit of tape, and we should go from there. But there we go. Anyway, I'm going to go and grab some dinner because it's now 6 o'clock in the evening. The light's gone crap anyway. It's gone a bit cloudy and moody, and it looks like it's going to rain. So anyway, they're set up. Hopefully they'll discover them a bit more over the next day or so. I've got 5 litres worth of seed, mixed seed, another half a tube of the peanuts, but tomorrow I'm going to go down and grab some bits and pieces and go from there. So anyway, hope you like the video. I know it's a bit crap in some respects. People are going to go, well, it's not going to work. But if you don't try, you don't know. And at the moment, it seems like it's, for £10, a bit of a gamble. But, at the end of the day, I could always use the camo net for something else or whatever. So it's worth a go. Hopefully, I can get some cool shots, and, we'll go from there. So keep an eye out. We'll have a little play, and I'll put the camera up on one of the branches or something like that and see if we can capture some of the birds close up and as well. So there we go. So like I say, I might try the cool old log. In fact, we've got pallets. Got a couple of pallets I could do. Put a log, 2 pallets balanced, and then a piece of wood on there just to add a bit of interest, for some kind of set up shots. But anyway, we shall see. That's another thought. But yeah, it's that time of year where we're getting into sort of autumn. Colours are starting to look good. The sunlight is getting softer because the sun isn't quite as high in the sky, so we're getting some nicer light generally for wildlife shots and things. So there we go. Yeah, so at the moment A1 and 200 or 600 work quite nicely. The RX10 should work quite well on here, and also the A6700 on the 200 or 600 is probably actually going to be too much, but it may allow me some closer shots on the branches behind where they might sit. But at the end of the day, they're all going to be good shots because all those 3 cameras are amazing in their own right. So there we go. And let me know what you do. Do you photograph birds? Do you have something you've built, like a hide or anything like that? That'd be quite interesting to hear about. And British birds, there's lots of little ones. I'm going to say I saw a wren down in the field the other day. Didn't manage to capture it as when I was with Tommy, but hopefully they'll come up here, and once they discover a bit of food floating about, hopefully they might pop up. But there's wildlife everywhere, so it'll be interesting to see where it all goes. But anyway, right, I'll catch you soon for another video, and take care. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well, and let us know down in the comments what you think. I shall see you soon. Bye.